What's the meaning of life? Of course, this is a very, very big question, but I wanted to take a couple of moments to talk about that, and actually probably begin by asking you about what you think that is, your experience about the meaning of life. We all have inquired into the meaning of life a long time ago as we grew up in this world. We try to make sense of it all and understand, what are we here for? What is my purpose? But then I guess it somehow got lost in the hustle and bustle of life, and we all became busy doing what was expected of us, becoming part of the rat race of life. But still, it's a very, very important question. What's the meaning of life? I heard somewhere an interesting definition, or an interesting answer rather. And it does make sense to me. It's not just because I heard it and so I'm repeating it here, but it does make sense to me. And that's the idea of the meaning of life is God realization. What is that all about, God realization? Well, it's basically about the idea that we realize the God within us, which ultimately connects us to all. And as we realize that there is no separation, we're all one. And once we realize that, once we learn about that, once we understand it, we can actualize ourselves accordingly. And then when we not only realize God, we actualize God, which is a matter of being more loving towards others, being more kind towards others, being more understanding. Not so much focused if we agree with somebody else, but if we understand where the other person is coming from. And that can really help us to come together in this realization that we are all one, that we are all more alike than we are different. And I really believe that it's time for us in this world to come together. And this is not about my God versus your God, or my belief system versus your belief system, or I'm right and you're wrong, and we're arguing back and forth. This is about understanding, and that's the foundation of peace. That's where we find that peace, in unity, in community. As we realize that this world is our community, and we have the privilege of living here. But if you look all around us, we see a great amount of hostility, and people are angry and violent, and we even kill each other over, my rights versus your rights. And we are so much into our own rights that we don't really look enough at our responsibility as human beings. And I really believe that it is our responsibility to come together, to embrace each other more fully. And in this, I think it begins there. We embrace ourselves more as we realize our higher essence, our God essence. But it is very practical. It's not something abstract. It is really about how we treat others. It's about the attitude with which we preach. It's the attitude with which we approach others, the attitude we send out to the world, the energy, the vibration. It's about being good, basically. And I think on a very simplistic level, this is what God is all about. It is not about something outside of us. It is about within. And it's about the love which we have for others. And there it doesn't really matter over who's right and who's wrong, or who has more stuff, or who looks better, who's more powerful, because this is about the inner work, about being more empowered. And this power can help us really to come together. And I really do believe that we need this in this world. We need to come together. And throughout human history, so much bloodshed and so much war has been fought. Over what? And what have we learned? Also on a personal level. That's a very, very important question to ask yourself. And I'm asking you that right now, and I would love to hear you answer. What have you learned? There is a group, a Realize to Actualize group on Yahoo, which you can join. would be great, you know, to hear your ideas, to get your feedback. Also on Pal Talk, a Room for Conscious Revolution, which is now under social issues, human rights, because it is a social issue. It is a human right to be peaceful, to live in unity, to realize our inner God. And the actualization is a matter of coming together, of being one. There is no separation, there are no strangers, there are no enemies. We're all students, we're all teachers, and we're all mirrors. Here to guide us in the awareness of what we are here to learn. And we have an opportunity to learn every day, every moment of our life. I realize how difficult it is. I realize the difficulties for myself. But I also realize the urgency of that for myself and in this world. Thanks for watching, and I would love to hear your ideas along the lines of what is the meaning of life and how we can live in accordance to that meaning. Real quick also, another couple of ideas about the meaning of life is that life itself is a meaning. And so it is about becoming alive and to unfolding in our essence. Also the idea is that life is an art to be learned, which sadly we never learn. So we have an opportunity for that, and I hope we can learn to take that opportunity in every moment of our life. I hope this video inspires you a little bit to move in that direction, learning to embrace your inner God and also learning to embrace the God of others. That's ultimately what the saying in Buddhism, the Buddhist saying means of Namaste. Thank you.